Well, we're back with our journey through the book of James, and last time we saw in chapter 1, verse 1, that James introduced himself, and then he jumps just right into his material and he says, "My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing this, that the testing of your faith produces patience." And we're going through some trials right now. I know some people going through some that are a lot more difficult than what I'm going through, and I don't even feel like I'm going through a trial on many levels, but there are different times when we have what are called trials. Now, also in James chapter 1, over in verse 12, he talks about temptations and how we deal with those. And those are two different words that are used in the text. And the easiest way to kind of discern those are temptations are those things that we deal with internally, whereas trials, and what we're talking about in this section, are what we deal with externally. And we see that James tells us when we go through these things to count it all joy. You see, our attitude determines our actions. Our outlook determines the outcome. And we count it all joy because why? We know something. Knowing this, that the testing, the trying of our faith, and it does try our faith, it does test our faith, does something for us. It produces patience. And the word there is not that we'll be able to wait in that line at the fast food place and do it with grace, but it means endurance. That's probably a better understanding of it. Perseverance, that we'll be able to maintain ourselves, and when we feel like quitting, when we feel like giving up, we keep pushing ourselves on. Like a marathon runner wants to quit, somewhere along the way, but he keeps pushing himself until he crosses the finish line. He may not necessarily cross first, but he will cross that finish line, and that's the goal for each and every one of us. So when we're going through things like this, my brethren, count it all joy. God bless.